Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I have watched a 20-second clip from what happened in Eldoret, where riots and teargas were felt by the town users in Eldoret town, in what is to me signaling the right, or rather, what is the mood of the Kenyan people. In my analysis, I have had the privilege of speaking to senior members and opinion leaders from different parts of this country. One thing I gathered from my good friend Honorable Ruben Kigame, who is actually staying in Eldoret, and the same thing I was also told by our elder Kwegi Wamwere, is that what we have in this country is not peace, but people are just restrained, and it can blow out. That video clip has widely been shared, and I want us to watch that video. I have marked it with another one, and I want you to watch the two.
Cheki generator, woi! Wa! Kiti! Cheki vitu walai. Beka riba. Cheki generator, woi! Wa! Kiti!
Walikuwa wanafikiria ni mchezo wakati niliwaeleza serikali ya 2022 itaundwa na mahasla. Hawa mama mboga hawa, watu ya bodaboda hawa, wale wa kuuza kiosk, wale watu wa chini ndio wataunda serikali ya 2022. Walikuwa wanafikiria ni mchezo. Sasa wamejipata mahali pabaya. Kwa sababu saa hizi wanahangaika huko kwa boardroom wakitafuta sijui tuungane na nani, sijui tuungane na nani, sijui tupange namna gani. Mumesikia wakilalamika ati wasipojipanga hii watu ya wheelbarrow watahama na serikali. Sasa mimi nataka mniwaambie vizuri ndio tuelewane vile tutaunda hii serikali.
Now, the biggest undoing to the young people in this country is the hustler narrative. I don't know whether I want to call it a narrative, but at the campaign trail, we were actually running with a narrative to create a social class differentiate, because you need to pull the poor together so that you can wink them. And that is the nature of our politics. It's not something new. But lately do we know that we are actually planting a mentality on the minds of people. And as Kenya Kwanza settles in office and as government takes shape, things are turning out that the gap we were trying, the illusional gap that we created, or rather the closeness that we created under the hustler mentality that this government was for the hustler, is simply catching up with William Ruto. And I am saying this because if you listen to that clip, the clip I've just played with you alongside the Eldoret riot, there is one thing into that clip that if you see, people went there, and I think I also need to explain what happened. There was an order that was given by the governor I think Jonathan B. Eldoret town sits in Uasin Gishu County. So it was to relocate, or rather to eject some of the hawkers within Eldoret CBD. And there have been successful attempts by law enforcement officers to eject these hawkers and other people doing businesses within those places to leave the CBD. Unsuccessfully twice, it didn't work. So today, after the first raid by the police, these hawkers merged with, I think they lobbied the street children in Eldoret town to retaliate. And in that retaliation is when they actually broke into that supermarket. And when they broke into that supermarket, you could see people walking out, and I think the video is seen on the screen. You could see people walking out with jerry cans, with the TVs, with fridge, with some other things. And someone's business, the Eco Eldomat, was someone's business suffered. It was simply a project of ejecting people from CBD because we want to clean, and of course, it's within the development plan of the county government. But it didn't augur well, and I can tell you, the kind of resistance that people normally, that Kenyans are meeting, or rather, the resistance that is experienced when government is trying to do something, was made by the politician. Because we told them and we lied to them that when we form this government, tunaenda kuform na wewe, the so-called Mama Mboga and so. But the truth of the matter is that there is no Mama Mboga in government. There is no Mama Mboga who is a minister. Mama Mboga is not head of any parastatal. Mama Mboga is not a CS, a PS anywhere. Mama Mboga is still where he was selling. But somehow we told them that this government belongs to you. We have a representative democracy where our voices are represented by the elected leaders. That's the truth. But the kind of hustler mentality that we planted in the minds of people is why anything that a government tries to do, whether at the county or the national level, it's experiencing raw rebellion. Of course, people can always oppose, but that is raw rebellion. And in fact, some elements took advantage of that opportunity to just to steal from a very innocent Kenyan, from a very innocent investor there. And it should worry William Ruto that it's in Eldoret town. I've seen people really around Teargas in Eldoret town, people doing that. That is his own place. And that's why I normally insist that we need to address some things. Hustler mentality is hurting young people, these young businesses. Because one thing they believe is that it's entitled, this is our government. It's a sense of entitlement. So there is nothing you're telling us. We made this government ourselves. That's it. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. There is a reason why I want to say that video clip should worry the president. It's got, first, it's a very unfortunate that it's happening at a time where there is a lot of security lapses in our towns. And when such an opportunity arises, the bad boys rise to the occasion and they do the dirty business. It's so unfortunate that even had to happen there, although it was well mobilized by people within that place. It doesn't cut a tribal line. It's nothing to do with the tribe. And one thing I asked Oscar Sudi. Eldoret town is a hometown to Oscar Sudi, was a very strong supporter of William Ruto. He's not anywhere. Things are happening there. I've not heard his voice talking. I did not even see him going to maybe to quell the tension there. He is nowhere. In fact, he's just quiet. This could signal a rebellion from home. But to a bigger picture, I think when we really planted the hustler mentality, we knew that we were looking for votes, but we planted seeds of violence, seeds of rebellion. What that video shows you in short is that Kenyans are people that if we say today we're going to do this, they're going to do that. I have seen people, I have seen politicians talking about peace. We are peaceful. Yes, we are peaceful, it's true. But this is the truth. From these instances you are seeing, Kenyan people are just restrained. There is just restraint. Someone has always said, why do you think people can go to the streets? Yes, they can go. They can go. And that is what we should handle. So at this moment, I feel that much of the posturing, people should sit and work. Let's deliver the pledges. That's the only way you can renew the contract, or people can see that contract. Government agendas are always disruptive. Anything that government tries to do, even if it's a road construction, it will be disruptive in some manner because some people will have to be displaced. There is a dam being built in Tarakaniti Kitui. It will disrupt people's lifestyle there, and some people have to move to other places. Even SGR, everything that government does has some element of disruption, and so that is where, to contain that, you need to be very strategic with your messaging and, of course, meeting people's expectations. Let government solve the big problems. We've made some of the blunders in the past. I insist we withdrew services from the people and withdrew stimulus programs that could help the Kenyan people get some small income. But then we did not give a solution. We did not give a replacement. It is high time that we solve Wanjiku's problem and stop the gimmick. Because what we are seeing here, kidogo kidogo tu, that will Eldoret. No, I'm telling you, if something is happening in Nairobi and a politician says, no, this government is not delivering for us, let's do this, that's what you're going to see. People will rise to the occasion. And it will take that shape. So I think if Eldoret can go to that extent, that's a town that was the most peaceful after the 2007, I would normally say, what? Our stupid acts of 2007. That place has been very peaceful. And if that you can see in Eldoret, then it's a warning call. It's a warning shot for the politician that something deeper, there is a problem. The problem is deeper. Maybe Hustler Fund will solve it. That's my board.